unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the 15-year veteran Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers as they take on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. From up top, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, I hope you're prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play 1 there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
And now out comes Minnesota. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Throw complete to the tight end Morgan. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. Those are the numbers from Rudolph from last week's game. 5 catches, 55 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cousins again. And this is going to be incomplete.
Cousins pass. Incomplete. Intended for a mere
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
Bailey on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
Bailey's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
Running back Aaron Jones in his 3rd year out of UTEP led the NFL in yards per carry in 2018, but his goal in the offseason, as stated through interviews, wants to become a better, more dependable pass catcher out of the backfield. Had 206 receiving yards in 2018, and when Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback, you definitely want to up your game.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Open man is Allison, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're going ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Brings up third down.
Third and short yardage. Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, here's Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. But it's going to be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Abdullah. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. They go play action. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Adam Thielen. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. Rodgers now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the 36, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
First down, Packers.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. And now some motion before the snap.
Offense.
And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So that'll back them up 5. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Makes the score, Packers 6.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Cousins to throw it. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the delay, this is Abdullah. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Abdullah. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Rodgers now to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
To throw, Cousins. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. Cousins now to throw on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. The catch is made by Dylan Mitchell. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. They go play action here on first down. He completes it to Abdullah. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's Cousins, and this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Watch the screen. Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. On second and goal, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Now Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it'll be second and goal.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Rodgers. Got a man. That's Allison. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, second and 4. Throwing is Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Jones has it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a gain of 5.
Cousins from the gun on third. He finds Taylor, complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Rodgers now on first down. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jones. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Jones, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end, Graham. Packer first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Rodgers on target here to Allison, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have retaken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
His throw incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. He completes it to Treadwell. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
A first down throw for Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get... And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard.
Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Laquan Treadwell.
So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, Now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. On 1st down, Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes in and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Cousins to throw it. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. He finds Taylor, complete. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen. That'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And that's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way down the field, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Joseph on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught by Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first down, Abdullah. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Packers.
On second down, this is Madison. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career. And he's going to need another one right now. Got a man, that's Allison. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Mercedes Lewis. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 4 plays, and the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
You ain't doing nothing today.
A first down throw for Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
You got 4.
On second down, Cousins again. He's got Smith here. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. First down. Here's Cousins. It's complete. Abdullah. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 29-yard line.
Again, it's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
26, Mike.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Rodgers now to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Packers.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. On 1st down, it's Jones. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
He was brought down by Trey Wayne. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mercedes Lewis, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Cousins. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He finds Taylor. Complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Back to throw.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Inside give to Ham, the fullback. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, but it'll be second and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Extra point try by Bailey. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. Now Rodgers, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle, and that's caught inside the 35. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Packers, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.